Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Now Guide. Today we're breaking down the real deal behind dropshipping. No BS, no fake dreams, just how it actually works. So here's the thing. Dropshipping is basically when you sell products online without ever touching the inventory. Someone buys from your store, you send the order to a supplier, usually overseas, and they ship it straight to the customer. You're just the middleman. Now, on paper, that sounds awesome. Low cost, no need for a warehouse, no packing orders yourself. But let's be real. It's not as easy as people on TikTok or YouTube make it seem. First, you've got to find products that actually sell, not just random junk or trending stuff that everyone else is already pushing. You need to dig a bit, test, and see what converts. Second, your supplier better be solid. If they screw up, ship late, send garbage quality, or vanish, guess who the customer blames? You. Not cool. And let's talk money. Profit margins are tight. You're paying for ads, Shopify fees, the product itself. There's not a lot left over if you don't know what you're doing. Plus, even though you're not shipping anything, you still handle customer service. Refunds, complaints, tracking issues, it's all on you. So yeah, dropshipping isn't a scam. But it's not easy money either. It's a real business, and if you treat it like one, there's potential, but you've got to play smart. Up next, I'll tell you why most people crash and burn with dropshipping, and how to not be one of them. All right, now let's talk about something most people don't want to admit. If you want to really make money with dropshipping, or honestly any online hustle, you need attention. And these days, attention comes from going viral. Now here's the part that's hard for a lot of people. To go viral, sometimes you gotta be a little cringe. Yeah, I said it. Look, not fake, not scammy, but you've gotta be willing to stand out, even if it makes you look a little silly. That's the game. You need hooks, you need emotion, you need stuff that makes people stop scrolling. Think about it. Nobody buys from someone they don't know. So the more you show up online, whether it's on TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, the more people start to recognize you. They follow you, they trust you. And that's when you can turn views into a real audience. And once you have an audience, you're not just selling random products anymore, you're building a brand, and that's where the real money comes in. So yeah, maybe your first few videos feel weird. Maybe your friends make jokes. Who cares? Virality creates visibility, and visibility gives you leverage. The internet isn't built for adults, it's built by and for young people. If you scroll through TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or even Instagram Reels, who's running the game? Teenagers, people in their early 20s. That's the vibe that gets views. That's the energy that spreads. And the truth is, if you're trying to make content that's professional or mature, guess what? It's not going to hit. Because that kind of content doesn't grab attention anymore. The internet doesn't reward clean and polished. It rewards real, raw, and sometimes just plain weird. I'm not saying you got to act like a teenager or dance around doing trends you hate, but you do need to understand the culture. If your content feels like it's from someone's uncle trying to sell a fax machine, people are going to scroll right past it. And the wild part, even the stuff older people buy, skincare, supplements, tech, whatever, a lot of the time, those purchases are influenced by younger creators. Gen Z sets the trends, millennials follow, boomers buy it. So if you want to sell, you got to speak the language of the culture. And that means being a little more playful, quick, and visually catchy with your content. Cut the boring intros, jump into the hook, make it feel now. Bottom line, don't be afraid to look too young or too casual. That's exactly what works. All right, let's get into what everyone really wants to know. How do you actually start making money fast? Here's the truth that most gurus will charge you $497 to tell you. Ready? You don't start with your dream niche. You start with what sells. And 90% of the time, what sells fast is something trendy or viral, not necessarily something you're passionate about. I know that's not the sexy answer. Everyone wants to build a brand around stuff they love. Fitness, fashion, pets, whatever. And you can, trust me. But if you're starting from zero and you want to get traction fast, you need a viral product to break through the noise. It could be a back-cracking device, a weird kitchen gadget, some trending LED thing. Doesn't matter. What matters is that people are already buying it and creators are already showing it off. You ride that wave to get your first sales, your first ad data, and honestly, just to build confidence. Once you've made some sales and learned how the game works, then you can start building out a store or brand in the niche you actually care about. That's the strategy no one talks about. Sell what works now, build what you love later. And yeah, sometimes it won't hit on the first try. This is where consistency comes in. You might test 3 or 4 products before one pops off, but when it does, you'll know it instantly. And let's be real. If you don't have money to burn, this is your best shot at getting quick results without wasting months building a brand no one's watching. Let's kill this myth right now. Dropshipping is dead. Nah, it's not. And honestly, it's never gonna be. Here's the thing. People have been buying and selling stuff since the beginning of time. It's how the world moves. Every single day, someone is discovering a product they didn't even know they needed and clicking buy now. Dropshipping is just a method, one way to plug into that massive system of commerce. What's true is this: it's getting harder, for sure. There's more competition, ad platforms are smarter, people are more skeptical, and the old set up a store and get rich tomorrow vibe is gone. But harder doesn't mean impossible. In fact, harder just means that people who actually learn the game, stay consistent, and evolve will always have a shot. Always. As long as humans exist, products will be sold. Period. Whether it's in a fancy retail store or through a TikTok ad, commerce is not going anywhere. And dropshipping, or whatever version of it comes next, will keep playing a role. So don't let some burned out guru or negative comment section make you quit before you start.
Let's be honest. If you're trying to grow online and you're only thinking about dropshipping, you're playing with blinders on. Yeah, it works, but it's just one lane in a whole highway of ways to make money on the internet. The real game, it's attention. If you know how to grab it, with content that hits, with ideas that people share, you can flip that into whatever you want. Digital products, affiliate links, brand deals, UGC, your own course, you name it. And if you're out here trying to be professional and boring, good luck. The people winning are the ones paying attention to what's actually working. The trends, the memes, the sounds, the weird editing cuts Gen Z is obsessed with. That's the stuff that gets shared. That's what gets clicks. The market moves crazy fast, and you can't afford to be clueless. You got to treat TikTok and Instagram like your research lab. Scroll with purpose. What are people posting? What kind of hook made you stop for a second? Reverse engineer that. It's free game every day. And yo, you ever wonder why half the viral products look like they came out of nowhere? That's because some kid found it trending on a Chinese marketplace 3 weeks ago, dropped a video with a catchy caption, and now it's doing 6 figures. It's not luck. It's awareness. The internet's wild, bro. Everything's connected. Culture, products, content, platforms. It's not about mastering one trick. It's about seeing how it all flows together. That's how you stay relevant. That's how you build something real. So don't get stuck in one model. Stay sharp, stay curious, keep testing. This whole thing changes every month, but if you keep up, you stay ahead.
Let's get real for a second. If you're watching this and still thinking, I'm not ready, I don't know enough, or maybe I'll start next year, let me ask you something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years if you don't start now? Because here's the truth. In 5 years, you'll either look back and thank yourself for trying, or you'll be sitting in the same spot, wishing you had just started. And I promise, you won't regret starting. Even if it's messy, even if you fail at first. The only real regret comes from staying still. Right now, everything's more expensive. Rent, food, gas, even stuff that used to be cheap is getting out of hand. And it's not just in your head. The economy's wild, jobs don't pay like they used to, and the world's changing fast. Even the birth rate is dropping because people literally can't afford to have kids. That's where we are. So waiting around hoping things magically get easier, that's not a strategy. You need to build something for you, now. And here's the wild part. You don't even have to be the best. You just have to start. So many people are frozen by fear, perfectionism, or just pure laziness. If you show up, learn the game, post consistently, try things, you're already ahead of 90% of the internet. Seriously, sometimes just starting puts you in the top tier. And don't worry if your first few videos suck or your first store flops. That's normal. That's part of it. But you keep posting, keep learning, keep stacking little wins, and eventually, you will hit. One day you'll go viral. One day someone will buy from you. One day this won't feel so hard anymore. Because momentum compounds. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the easier it gets. And the person you'll be 6 months from now will look back and be like, damn, I'm glad I didn't give up. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Start the thing, post the video, launch the product. Mess it up, fix it, do it again. Because the future, it belongs to the ones who didn't wait.
This applies to everyone.
Doesn't matter if you're 16 or 46. Doesn't matter if you live in US, Europe, Asia. The internet doesn't care about borders or age. You could be a student with 2 hours a day or someone working 9 to 5 just trying to break free. The truth is, this game is open to anyone willing to show up. The internet has leveled the playing field. You don't need a rich family, you don't need a degree. You just need a phone, the Wi-Fi, and the guts to try. So if you've been lost, overwhelmed, or just don't know where to start, I made a simple course for you for beginners, real beginners. Like, I have no clue what digital marketing is beginners. It's only $9.99, no fluff, no fake promises, just the basics to help you understand how this world works and how you can start using it to your advantage. Because once you understand the game, you stop being a spectator and finally start playing. Let's get it. Your future self will thank you. If you got any value from this video, drop a like. It really helps more than you think. And if you're into real, no BS content about making money online and understanding how this whole game works, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.